We're right down at the Motards with the sidelining of James Clark after an oil leak in the last race coming from the motor. The motor and the gearbox are separate in these bikes. And maybe a brokering 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bikes. So a 10-lap race there. And of course what you can see out there, the reverse direction of part of the track. And making some battle last time round all the way through. We had the top 5 bikes all beating it up there. One bike down early on the piece coming out of turn 1. And the yellow flag out there for, I think, the remainder of the race, but expect some fireworks again. James Clark, one of the lead bikes, unfortunately went out. Tony Herman went down. Obviously Tony's back up there, he's okay. He came off the front straight, out of that Toyota corner, and binned it, and yeah. But he doesn't score points because it went back a lap, so that's the interesting thing. I believe Motorcycle New Zealand are going to change the rules there so that if you are part of the crash, not the cause of the crash, but we have to be very clear on that. Cause of the crash, how can you identify who caused the crash, especially when you get someone that's crashing on a turn that's off in the distance. One set of, you've got a judge at the track maybe, but they can't look at everyone at once, so trying to apportion blame to one particular person is never going to be successful. It's never going to be a workable rule. The other problem with that is if it was a yellow flag and you were out, you would not finish the race anyway, whether you caused the crash, whether you're a part of the crash, whether you're on the ground, whether you're broken down on the side of the road. So I was at the MNZ conference in Queenstown a few weeks ago, and they are looking at the FIM rule, also about restarts, whether there is going to be points allocated to the first part of a race, or whether it's just going to be right, you're all allowed to restart, and it's going to be points on the second part, the final part of the race. So back onto the track at the moment, and find out who's the quickest. It was Mark Oliver in that last lap, and it still is Mark Oliver by 0.1 second. But Coach Scott from Whanganui leads it on the Kieran Honda CR450. Out in the front there, Oliver second place, Tony Hurley there in third place, and Mike Kyle there in fourth place. I think Mike Kyle's from Wakatani. So Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, Honda, and Yamaha out there. No KTMs or foreign bikes like TMs or that out on the track at the moment. You can see the Motards getting stronger and stronger, bigger fields there for the Victoria Motorcycle Club Bridgestone Winter Series. And Kutchy's gone and put it into the low 39s with a 139.066. Although I didn't think that Mark Oliver was closing on him, but definitely Kutch has set the fastest lap of the race. 3-4 bikes on in the 139. In fact, very little separating the first 3 machines, 39.066 to a 39.198. That's for Kutch Scott on the 62 machine, Mark Oliver on the number 5, and Tony Hurley on the 40 machine here in third place. We go back into the third, still in the 39s, Mike Kyle there. And in fact, Kutch is now into the 38s here, 38.976, so just getting faster and faster. Looking further down the line, Dave Dennison. I haven't seen him on the racetrack. If it's the same Dave Dennison from Whanganui. Can't be too many Dennisons around in Whanganui, especially with the name Dave. Dave Dennison spent a lot of years classic racing a sidecar, a Norton sidecar with his brother Ricky Dennison, one of the old open wheeler, the large wheel bikes, and it's the first time from my memory that I've seen him actually out there competing on the solo bike, and also got Dave is on the 316 bike, the Honda. He's also one of the directors of the world famous cemetery circuit, so good to see him getting his a bit of breeze in his face as well. Kutch getting slower, but still out in the lead. 39.3 in his fastest lap. That was a 39.6. 39.3 last lap. 38.9. Does that make sense? 39.3 for his last lap. 38.9 for his quickest lap. So a little bit slower, but actually caught up to see where we've been looking over his shoulder and checking it out. But even getting slower and slower, and actually this is starting to play in the hands of Mark Oliver, who's in behind him. He's 0.2 of a second quicker, and he is closing up on the track. 0.867 seconds of a gap, and 0.866 of a gap between second and third, so just 1,000ths difference between the gap there, although it looks like to me Cudge has opened it up there, or Mark Oliver's slowing down because the split's not quite as much as they come onto the Toyota corner for lap 8 of a 10-lap race. Brought to you by Fastway Couriers of Whanganui. Big thanks to all the sponsors. Took Goldman Clark, and he said, I think I'm going to have to stop sponsoring this class. The oil always breaks down in it, but they've gone back to Whanganui to find out what the problem is with their bike, and not going to stick around for the rest of the hour. Hopefully that Graham Clark of Fastway Couriers is only joking about the sponsorship, and it's really good to see him put his company's money behind the sport that we all love. Don't forget to mention it to him as well, because a lot of these guys and companies don't get necessarily the recognition. There's a good battle coming out of the slip road there. Right down the back of the pack, can't quite figure out who those two bikes are. I think it's Dave Dennison and Pete Duxfield. Meanwhile, the white flag is ready to come out for Cudge. There is the lead bikes, turn out between first, second and third, and Mark Oliver going through there in second place, with Hurney there in third place. Hurney's just marginally slower in that last lap than Mark Oliver, so I don't expect to see much of a change there. There's some lappers coming ahead, but these guys won't get amongst those lappers until they well, it won't happen before the end of the race, so that's a well-timed race for them. So Cudge Scott coming onto the front straight on the 62 machine, the Q and Honda sponsored bike. And he is followed by Mark Oliver. Doesn't look over his shoulder at all, he knows where he is. And Cudge Scott also sponsored by Boss Engineering, Guerrilla Graphics, and who else we got? Mark Oliver there in second place. No sponsors listed. Tony Hurney there, helped out by Guerrilla Graphics, Q and Honda, and Motel Oils. Guerrilla Graphics, I've seen him on about 6 points. Personal friend of mine, but right into his motorcycle racing, Marty Esau from Whanganui, and I've seen his logos on about 6 different bikes at the cemetery.